What's up, YouTube? So today we are doing the dreaded drilling of a billion rivets, it feels like. So what we're doing today is the rub rail. Once again, bad YouTuber. We started pulling off the rubber piece. It's really simple. You just take a screwdriver in the end part and you pry it out, and then you can just pull it and it'll all come right out. Getting it back in is way harder, but pulling it out is pretty easy. So all we're doing here is we're just coming along and you come up to any rivet, right? Kind of like this one right here. You want to get it kind of centered, and you'll drill it out. Just kind of drill it out until it starts spinning, and you pull off. And that's all you got to do. We're going to go all the way around, get to everything, pull off the rivets, and show you what they're actually doing. So once we get all that done, I'll replay the video. Okay, so we have these rivets, and now of course we've drilled out all the other rivets. It only took us about 10 minutes, if even that, but there's these little rivets and the little pop part hasn't come all the way out. Now what you can do is try and pop that little part back, and now this might be a little bit harder, but you can see how it's just that simple. Just pop that little part back. Now you can drill out all the rivets. Now we'll do one more just for a good example. Here's one completely untouched. So we'll just pop it. I'm just glad that didn't go off. And then now you see it. Just pop it a little bit more. Try and get this as center as possible. If you have a smaller punch, it works better. Now you can see, now you just got a little bit more room. Now if you have any of those, try your best to kind of get them to do, kind of get rid of them like that. If not, you can always come in and just drill it, but you might mess up your rub rail. You can come through here and all you hold rivets. Once you have that top cap drilled off, there's nothing supporting it from this side. So all you gotta do, you take your center punch, preferably about an 1/8 inch smaller on each side, or an 1/8 inch smaller than your main rivet, and you can just 1 or 2 taps. That's all it needs to push through. If it needs more, drill with a smaller drill bit so it has a little bit less working surface. Today's the day we're finally going to do the transom, or I say do the transom, get the motor off. I'll probably have the transom part in this video, and I'll probably break it down into the breakdown video and then the actual building video. But so today, here's what we're doing. So we have the motor, and we built this big old crane. It's not the most sturdy thing ever, but I mean, it's fine. I think it'll be all right. But we got the crane, we got the motor. I have to get off copious amounts of 5200 in here. Like, that's all 5200. Now, luckily you can take a screwdriver and kind of pull it out. I had to do it the other side already. Here's the chunk that came out here. You can see there that it was all, I mean, it was covered. So gotta go do the other side now, and you'll see it once we get all that off. Okay, I've gotten the bolt, at least visible now, so I can put a wrench on it. Really, it helps when you have 2 people. I'm gonna throw a wrench on it, and then when I spin it, it's just gonna catch into this part right there. So yeah, we'll get started. Here's what we're working with here. Just got that. 2 bolts on the inside and 2 bolts up top. So we're gonna try and get the inside ones first, because they're the ones that aren't exactly the most structural. These are the ones holding the boat on that are really important. It's the other 2 that are kind of just there. So I'm gonna turn the camera off to get those off, because I can't film by myself. Well, it's off now. It's finally off. That was a pain. Probably spent 30 minutes doing it, because look at this. The amount of 5200 on this boat is kind of insane. So that's gonna get a bunch of grinding and all that good stuff. And you can't really see the inside, but I can move the transom with my hand. I can move the wood inside. So yeah, I think that's all for today. It's for y'all, it's gonna be the same video, but for me, it is all I'm gonna do today, because I don't have any friends here to get this cap off, and that is gonna be an animal of its own. So anyways, 3, 2, and 1. All right, well, we're back on the venture boat. It's been a while. I've been working on another boat that's going to be in an upcoming video soon, and it's back there in the back there. So but right now we're pulling the cap off. Finally, it's been about a month. Yeah, we're about to start getting this thing up. You can see back there where we've got the thing pulled up. So anyways, I'm gonna cut it to a time loop or a time warp, whatever. And yeah. So we got the thing off finally. We burned about 3 hours doing it, or maybe 2 hours, but there's that boat. It's kind of hard to see, bad lighting. Here's the cap. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we might be doing some cutting on that, but got the thing off. We ended up having to cut the very top of the cap, which is all right by me. So yeah, there's the motor all up on its stand. There's a sneak peek of the project back there and its motor. So yeah, but just hopefully gonna get all this done within the next couple weeks, so that I'll be ready for springtime. I accidentally did another bad YouTuber thing, and I started without hitting record because I forgot that I am posting this on YouTube. But as you can see, here's basically what the floor is looking like. That was plywood at some point, not anymore. But I've gotten it all cut out, and we're about to lift it and see what kind of shape that the hull is in. Hopefully it's pretty good. Well, I know the hull's gonna be in good shape. I know this floor is gonna be all shot. So anyways, let's get to lifting. So here's how it's looking. That's ugly stuff. All this foam is, I mean, it's full of water. So that's making this boat heavy. This transom is completely shot. Of course, we got that thing that gotta come out, but all sorts of stuff. I think I'm gonna start the demo on the transom maybe. And then try and get some cleanup work done, and then I'll probably be done for the day until it can all dry up and drain out. So, yep, I'll catch y'all in a second. Okay, so we've got it all cut all the way around the bass. Now, I really think that the transom actually runs down into there, but I got this fiberglass shell cut out so I can push it off. So, yeah, just gotta get that crowbar over here and just pry it off. Well, here's the transom now. Looks like paper. Just terrible. So here we are. I'm checking out this foam now. You can actually, I'll show you why. Here, see how wet this foam is? That's ice because it's been so cold lately. But all this foam's wet. This block of foam probably weighs 5 pounds, 3 to 5 pounds, when it should weigh right at around a pound, if even that, like maybe half a pound. So it's just, there's a lot of crap, and all this foam has either been eaten up by rats or gotten waterlogged. So everything's gonna have to come out, even probably the stringers, maybe. I don't know. So I'm cutting into the stringers here because I have to get out this old transom. And it's not looking pretty for the future of this boat. Alright, well, I'm done for this day. For y'all to be in the same video, obviously, but I've got all the foam out for the most part. There's still a little bit in that spot right there. And kind of along the edges of the things, but it's all kind of loose at least. So that was really the goal for today, was to get all that foam out, get the transom out, kind of get most of it cleaned up, ready to go. So next thing I'll have to do, finish up the foam, then do a little bit of sanding, and not sanding, grinding on all the ridges. You can see where the cut lines are. Back in there, on that, down there, get it all prepped. So all that I'll have to do is just go in and finish up the transom, do the transom first, then lay on the floor and do the floor. Tie it all together. Okay, well, it's about 2 weeks later, but we finally got all stuff out, all the floors out, all the old crap is out. Now we're grinding down the edges right here. This is where the floor is going to sit, and then this is the actual hole, the edge in the middle. And now I still got to clean up all the stringers and everything, and yeah, but we're slowly getting our way there. Okay, here's the aftermath on my face. Well, I got face paint on, but we got all the grinding done finally. No, it doesn't look perfect, but it's fine. I'll show you guys here. Here's what it looks like. You can see we kind of got all these edges, kind of where the overhang of the fiberglass is going to be. Got the edges where the wood's going to lay down. The tops of the things aren't perfect. There's still a little bit of foam and stuff left. I'm not worried about it. It ain't going to be perfect. We're going to lay some fiberglass filler basically on the top, just a very small smidgen to basically act like glue, and then obviously glass over it. But we got to do the transom first, then do the repairs on the stringers right there. Well, I had to cut them off to get out the old transom, but yeah, it's coming along nicely. But anyways, I think that's going to wrap it up for the demo, because all we got left is the washing down of all the old dust, getting all the old dust out, and then putting in all the new stuff very soon, hopefully in the next couple days. All right, well, here's the thing finally clean. Took us about 3 hours, 4 hours maybe, to get it, probably about 2.5, 3. But we got all sanded down over there. And all the tops are done. We just washed it down with water. We could have done acetone, but that would have taken a lot of acetone. So it's clean, and I'm not going to do any actual glass work on this boat until at least probably Sunday or Monday. So yeah. Anyways, that's the prep for the boat done. Next steps are to put in the new stuff, obviously. So the new stuff being the new floor, which I plan on getting the wood for tomorrow. I'm basically going to seal them up like that one video where I did the hatches. And now we got to put the cap and the motor back on. The cap is fine. And we got to put in carpet before we cap on. So I'll do a video on that too. But anyways, here is just the cap. So we're going to have to... I'm going to buff this all out before I put in any carpet, and probably before I even put it into the boat. So yeah, we just got like that. Everything's going to be a nice buff. And then we'll pull it out, or put this up on there. And then we'll mount the motor. But first step is put in the transom, which I'm going to probably do next week, if not tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably going to be a lot of cutting and sealing, though. So, anyways, thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next one.